that's something human. You try to be empty, but it's not always possible, you know. Or it is possible, but what do I do to get rid of the negative thoughts and emotions that come?
Go and try. You cannot get rid of the wave of the ocean. Wave is a part of ocean.
Yes, correct.
Thought is part of mind you cannot get rid of. Many people are trying so much to get rid of the thought.
Yeah.
The more you try, the more you will fail.
Uh-huh. But you want to have a quiet ocean, no?
No, you cannot find ocean without a wave.
So you have to accept that life sometimes get up and down.
You have to be like the depth of the ocean. Like while the surface is a lot of wave,
yeah,
the depth is solid.
Wow.
So to begin with, when you do meditation, never try to block the past, never try to block the future, and never try to even keep the present. Let they just flow. Let they just flow. You have so much other important things to do.
Uh-huh. Because sometimes we think that this is important and you don't stay down. And we get emotions and we get, yeah.
That is why you need to focus on the importance. When you have a lot of thought, for example, why the thought coming? Maybe because you are a lot of stressed. Maybe you are worried. Maybe you are afraid. Maybe you are losing something.
Yeah.
Something is happening in the life. That's why thought comes. That's why you cannot sleep.
Correct.
That is why you cannot work.
Yeah, correct.
Okay? You cannot do anything if you think too much. The best solution is if you are capable of building all this condition into favorable, then thought will not come. For example, you have a lot of thought because tomorrow, day after tomorrow morning, you have to pay thousands of bills.
Yeah.
And today you have no money and you cannot sleep, you will have a lot of thoughts. The best solution is find a money. You will have no thought. But this is not an absolute solution.
No.
Because today you will find solution, but next month, what are you going to do? Every month, bill has to pay.
Yeah.
So therefore, when things like this come, you have to tell to yourself, what is your worth? What is the worth? If you don't pay the bill, what is the worth?
But we think that it's important. In our mind, we think that that's important in life.
Therefore, you need to ask a genuine question of if things does not go as you wish,
yeah,
what will be the worst situation?
That you lose things.
Yeah, it's up to you to accept that or not.
Yeah.
It's up to you to accept or not.
Yeah, yeah. But we also sometimes we take the negative thoughts. We think that is important, but that's not the. You said the core of life, of course.
Because there are so many people in the past went through a difficult time,
Yeah.
like you are going, for example. Those people survive somehow,
Yeah,
and you will survive too.
yeah.
And that's the core of the understanding.
That's the core of understanding. Wow. Yeah,
Can I ask something?
yeah, of course.
I thank you for speaking to us. I want to ask, do you mean that if you're undergoing certain different circumstances, you focus on what you can do in the present moment within the circle of influence you have at that time, rather than going on speculations and thinking of what may or may not happen?
Yes, it's just like a death. You know this saying. If you can find a solution, don't worry. If you cannot find solution, no need to worry.
It's
If you
inevitable.
cannot find solution, there's two things. You know that one.
Mm.
So therefore, if you find a solution, this is the best thing. But when you know you can find a solution, the best thing is cook, clean the house,
Mm-hmm.
take care of the children, go out, enjoy. Whatever happens next, keep it in the next moment.
Mm.
So you don't take. Yeah, of course.
So that's why in the Buddhism, when we do meditation, of course, when all this thought comes, our entire way of meditating is going to the empty. Because empty means going to nothing or nothingness. But when you're in the state of nothingness, all your worry is gone in general.
Mm.
But to go inward, the step one we meditate is that we just sit like that, and then we meditate on everything is just like a what's called we call it like illusion.
Oh
A
yeah.
play, maybe, right?
Yeah, it's just like a
theater.
it's just like superficial.
Mm.
We just meditate like all my problem and not problem. Everything is just a superficial. I'm living in this superficial world. This is the step one. So therefore, sometimes the easy way to say is everything is just a rumor.
Everything is not a rumor.
You just believe, okay, this is a rumor.
It's just a...
Yeah.
It's just blah 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 nonsense thing.
Yeah.
Through this meditation, try to generate a conviction that this is really true. Nothing is so much important, so therefore I balance my mind. In Tibetan we call it Tangyom. Tangyom means not too much to good, not too much to bad.
Aha.
Balancing.
Yeah.
Step one, we meditate on the balancing, because so much thinking is if somebody is trying to harm you,
Yeah. That's
and
how
you are
it
thinking
feels.
all the time, oh, this person is harming me again and again and again.
Yeah.
So therefore, the more you think, the more you project.
Yeah.
The more you project in a way, maybe that person is not like that.
Mm.
But you add 2-3 more addition on it.
Yeah. You're creating, making it worse.
Yeah. So this we call it a projection. So therefore, in the meditation we call it balance the projection. Okay. So therefore, of course, when we meditate like everything is just like a balance.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is just like a rumor, like a mirage. Just because of the fact you are thirst around 6 p.m. you are in the desert, far, wind coming, just blowing, you see river. This is the other fact. And you are thirst. So therefore you project there is a water.
Yeah.
The more, then you run towards that mirage. And when you are closer, you will realize, oh, maybe that is not a river. The moment you realize, you give up.
Yeah.
So in the meditation, we just say like, everything is just like a rumor, just like a mirage, just like an illusion, just like an echo, just like a reflection of the moon in the water.
Wow.
Nothing is true.
Nothing is true. Wow.
This is the step one of meditating. Once you are calm, then you go to the second step. Step is then look inward inside your mind, the one who is thinking. So thinker also you need to look in this particular moment where the mind was full of fear, worry, and things going on. Just focus on this mind. You just need to examine it second by second of that mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because this mind is every second is moving. Every second is building. We call it examining your projector.
So it's like you're witnessing what's going on, like you're not really going into the thought, but you're looking at your thoughts like this is coming, like you're see flowers coming from the soil or something like that.
At the beginning, you look to the flower because you think there's a flower. At the beginning, you think a rose with a thorn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you look to the rose and the thorn, it's like that or not. But who think? Your mind think that way. Once you are sure that rose and thorn are just a mental projection, then it's easy to finger point the projector. And you need to ask to yourself, how did this mind project that demon outside? So therefore, where is this source coming from?
Uh-huh.
For example, like if you think at the moment, in this room there is a demon.
Yeah.
And then your friend proves you there's no demon.
Mm-hmm.
Then step one is done. Now step two, she will ask you, how on the world that you think there is a demon? How is this thought arise? You were good 10 minutes before, 10 minutes later you were thinking about the demon. So this 10 minutes is the moment you need to examine it. How did you thought this one?
That's exactly what.
Then you will, then you will say, oh, dark there in the corner. And there's some kind of like two eyes. That was the condition. And you created, or you think that's a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Then she will just try to prove, no, that is the picture of Bob Marley.
Great example.
And show to you, then suddenly the projector will get first confused, and then you will get a conviction. My mind is thinking so much. There's nothing. You will get a conviction. This is step 2. In the step 3, then you relax on this not finding. You relax, you sleep. You rest on it.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you keep the momentum.
Yeah.
That I don't care much. This life, I had good enough life. Wherever I go, I'm capable of making happy myself and others.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it is in the city, whether it is in the forest, whether it is with a good family or toxic family, you are confident.
Mm-hmm.
If you are confident, everything will be good. So therefore, you relax on it. So while you are relaxing on it, again, sometimes the small thought will come. Again, this small thought, you go the same process. Step 1 and step 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, little by little, like this. And then once you reach to number 3, and then from there, go to number 4. Number 4 is called the baseline. Baseline where there is no zigzag, pick. You know, there's no agitation.
Okay.
Completely silent.
It's the deep of the ocean.
The depth of the ocean.
Depth, yeah.
So on this one, then we call it sleep.
Okay.
Depth of the ocean. Once you sleep there, like you sleep in the evening. In the daytime, you have a lot of thought.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening, when you sleep, no thought. Like this, then we reach to the number 4, we call it sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Completely relaxed. In the meditation, when we say sleep, we sit like this. And when we sit like this, sometimes the thought comes, then we really sleep.
Yeah.
And when we really sleep, and then sometimes we become a little bit like a dizzy, then we stand up, again we sit like that. Because in the human we have thought, one is thought going out, one is dull going in. Dull, we call it dull.
What's that?
It's kind of like a dull, not
Dull.
D-U-L-L.
Dull is like it's lethargic, kind of like you're not sleeping, but you're like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the understanding of emotion.
Yeah.
Emotion becomes invisible, but it is there.
Yeah.
So one is emotion outwardly you can see, and other emotion is inwardly you don't see. So if your emotion is going outward so much, you really sleep on the floor like 5 minutes and completely relax all.
Mm.
When it is going too much invisible, you stand up, sit down again like this.
So the little sleep
And you
is
have
like
to
a reset.
Yeah, you have to do back and forth. This is number 4. So meanwhile, in the number 4, then you can maintain it by impermanence.
Oh yeah, impermanence. Yeah.
By cause and effect, we call it karma. We call it renouncing samsara. By we call it refuge. I'll tell you, okay? So when you are in that number 4, you go in, and take in refuge there.
Mm.
Going inward and taking refuge to yourself is the absolute refuge in Buddhism.
I was thinking the same thing. Moksha is not a physical liberation necessarily, right? It's something that happens transcendence to the physical, right? Or not? I'm sorry. But...
Moksha is a realization realization that you have never been attached. I've seen one picture of a horse, and this horse was attached to a chair, plastic chair, very light, and the horse was just staying there just because there is a rope on her neck and attached to the plastic chair.
Mm-hmm. It's just a feeling. It's nothing actually.
So therefore, once you are down there, then it is a state of moksha. Moksha is understanding that you have never been changed.
Uh-huh.
Until now, we always believe we have been changed. Changed.
Yeah.
That's why we are in the samsara. We believe so much.
Wow.
But moksha is something, it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Adam never died. Eve never.
There was
It
never an apple.
Well, I was in Indonesia and I spoke to a lot of holy men over there, and still, on this day, they are looking for moksha. You know, I like to talk, so I asked them, what are you looking for? And all of them still say, we're looking for moksha. Even at this moment, still.
Therefore, this Trungpa Rinpoche, one of the 70s teacher, he gave a very beautiful example. He said, imagine you are falling from the space, from the sky. When you falling down from the sky,
and there's no ground.
We have a lot of fear that we are going to hit.
Yeah.
And if somebody take you or help you from there, or like parachute, then you are liberated. This is what it's called mukti in Hindu, in the Hindu tradition. But in Buddhism, we don't believe in mukti, but we call it moksha. Moksha is you are falling down and understanding there's no ground at all.
Yeah.
So therefore, you are not falling down.
Yeah, beautiful.
So this is what we call it. I think I'll say like mukti. No, moksha. That's why when you reach into that level of the absolute silence, or you can in your heart center, then you focus in the central part of your heart. Suddenly you will have a realization that, oh, everything I create is just simply because of ignorance. The moment you understand it is ignorance, realization makes ignorance suddenly to wisdom. So therefore, ignorance is a wisdom.
Ignorance is
The
a
moment
wisdom.
you realize.
Wow, ignorance is a wisdom.
When you realize. When you don't realize, ignorance is a devil.
But it kind of feels also like that when you realize, like, oh, I've been focusing on the bad outcome, for example, and when it really feels like you're just releasing some heavy
Loads.
load. Yeah, I feel like that at least. Yeah.
In the center of the heart, you can focus on the right side of the heart. You go in this absolute silence. You will gain a realization like, there is no such as anger. Then a realization comes, something pops up. That is a wisdom. That anger was never been an anger. Never been a devil. So therefore, you did not get rid of anger.
No.
You just realize how important the anger is.
It's kind of like a stepping stone to a next realization. I feel also that. Yeah.
So therefore, in the 5 directions, center is ignorance. Right side in the east is anger.
Yeah.
In the south is greed. In the west, it is attachment.
Yeah.
In the north, jealousy.
Jealousy.
Okay.
Okay.
So all these 5, the absence of these 5 emotions, we call it the 5 wisdom, and that will be represented by the sword that you have.
Is that the same thing that why the deities also have a wordful and prosperous, holy? Because I was interested in that it's kind of like if you're offering to a deity that's wordful, then you are already inviting it to the table. Because in Indonesia, when you use earthquake, you offer for the naga, for the demon world, because you want to make it to rest or to give it to peace, give it peace. And I think it's kind of like that, or no?
There are 2 things here. One is you already have all this wrathful nature in you, and you also have peaceful nature in you.
Yeah.
Love is peaceful nature. Anger is wrathful nature. You cannot get rid of both of them. Both of them are wisdom. So therefore, in the Buddhism, all the wrathful deities, which we can meditate or visualize, we can see in the temple. For example, in our temple, we have also wrathful. Okay, those wrathful are inner self of Buddha Shakyamuni, and those are a inspiration for us to understand that we too have those ones.
Yeah.
And those nature, even though looks like so much aggressive, the very bottom or the depth of that wrathful is so peaceful. So this is how in the meditation we learn to understand. And then meanwhile, all those manifestations that are outside are somehow an experience of some of the super being in the past, like Naga and so on.
Yeah.
So therefore, Naga, there is one outward, Naga, there is one inward. Inward which we have is hidden, not yet manifested.
Okay.
For example, if you have practiced so much Naga today, and you generate this energy, and one day maybe you are capable of projecting it. And even after you die, your projection can remain.
So you should be mindful of the naga and the wordful, but also not attach too much to it, because then you manifest.
No, one should never attach to anything.
All right.
But one should be available to anything. That's different. Not attached to anything, but available to anything.
Available, okay.
Yeah,
Not
that's the
attached.
flexibility you're talking about, right?
Yes, because you don't reject the proposition coming from Naga.
I have a question. First of all, thank you for your wisdom. I'm in need of advice, and what you just spoke of is really good advice, and I'm thinking of how to implement that. I will work in hoe zeg je dat? Funerary work.
Funeral, yeah.
Yeah, palliative
Funeral.
medical
Okay.
ceremonial.
Yeah. So I've been to a few, many funerals, and it somehow inspires me to.
No, I can hear you.
So my question is, how do you deal with being present at that moment as a service to the people who have grief? It is not my attachment, but because I'm there, I can feel the grief. So, how do you deal with the grief of someone else? Because it's a tangible thing. It's not an idea, you can feel it. And I'm quite an empathic person, so I can feel the grief. And I think in that line of work, you need to be detached. But how to reach that detachment of so much grief? So I need to be of service. For instance, one of the last services I went to, it was an unborn child, and that's the most saddest thing you can see happening in front of your eyes. So I was so impressed by the main funeral worker, who was the ceremony person, and he was in total peace. So I always wondered how to reach that moksha and in that difficult moment when people have to release the attachment of a loved one.
Yeah.
I think this is something happened to many people in different fields. For example, in my field, many people come for the reason that I can heal them. Also, some people come because some of their family members die. So therefore, the most important is you should not get so much emotional attached, but at the same time, you have to be a wise enough, not intellectual, but wise enough to be anyone depending on the situation. If you have to be like a mother, you have to be a mother in the situation. If you have to be like a friend, you have to be. If you have to show, like some people, so much emotional thing happening, you have to be also someone tough enough to say enough. For example. But most of the things, the genuineness of love and kindness should be the foundation for other. And also making your secret beautiful wish to the person who died. Like, may I wish you to the door of the heaven open for you, and so on. So therefore, the people who die have a safe journey, a beautiful journey.
Yeah, they can continue.
The people who are there, depending on the situation and the law of the country, you can do. I know you know this one. But most important is, don't become so much personal. This is the most important that one need to learn. Because if you become too much personal, because you are every day in a funeral, or not every day, but most of the time, you will see so many situations like this. If you become little more personal, after 5-10 years, you will have to give up the job. Because it becomes too heavy for you.
Yeah.
So in this sense, in the Buddhism, we meditate so much into impermanence.
Okay.
That not to hold in your mind. Okay? Be flexible, be available, and do what you can. And that is a wisdom. Don't be so much personal or more grieving.
For your own protection, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
It is a personal protection.
Yeah.
Because you are a good human being, and there are many funerals to come, and you have to be there.
Yeah. How sad it is, but yeah.
Can I ask something? Is
You get this the wisdom.
Yeah.
So, because in my field, I try never to be so much personal. When Monique, when she cry, I hold her, I take care of her, I take her outside to walk, but I don't cry with her. Because I have to be stronger than her. That's the wisdom. So don't take really personal. If you take personal, you will fail. Yes,
Yeah, I relate to this because sometimes you already take it personal and you don't realize you take it personal, but you just tend to do that all the time. I am also like that a little bit, I think, or a lot.
Yes, you are.
And then, but then is it useful to examine why there is a urge in me to take it personal? Why? Because I have a similar situation with my kids, for example, and then I meditate on why would I get carried away with what they feed me, or with their emotion, for example, and take it in. Because understanding why maybe helps.
In my practice, sometimes I also become a little personal. As long as this personal does not give so much problem in my health, sometimes I just let it flow.
Okay.
But the wisdom says, meditate every day like 5 minutes on impermanent. Just like if this happened, just okay, I let it be, I let it be. You train yourself every day. Because when the big situation comes, that can provoke your emotions and make you so much emotional. We just need is one single moment like that. When this single moment comes, we become suddenly weak and we cannot get up.
Yeah.
We don't need many moments for to happen. One moment is enough. That is why training every day is very much crucial in the Buddhism.
Is that like
We can say like I'm very strong. I will be not personal. But if you don't meditate, we just need is one single moment. Any strong person can break down.
Melvin, he has one question.
Yeah.
Melvin.
Good morning, Lama.
Yeah.
We are blessed that you are speaking with us. I have 4 questions. Let me see.
Okay.
If you don't.
He's got a list. He's got.
Yes.
I have 4 questions. 2 personal question and 2 general. But I will start with the general one. How the Tibetans are thinking about the free will of the human? Do we have really a free will? That's one. Can I what is that? Read all of them so
Yes.
you can. This is the one. How the Tibetans are thinking about the free will of the human? Do we have really a free will? That's one question. And the second is why humans have to incarnate while we have already something divine in us. Can you explain it for us?
Well, what's the second question?
We humans have to incarnate.
Incarnation.
Incarnation.
Yeah.
Incarnation.
Yes.
Yeah. Why we have already something divine in us. You understand the question?
Not really nicely. Can you elaborate?
We have something divine in us. But why we have to incarnate?
Why we have to incarnate?
Yeah.
That is the second.
Okay, so just stay for 1 and first and second
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
So, from the religious people, most of the time we talk about karma. And from the general people, we talk about emotion. There's 2 things in the human life. One is karma and one is emotion. When it comes to the karma, there's not so much of free will. Because karma is always minimum of 2 people. If I do something bad, and it has to be harming someone else. For example, like if I hold a knife and try to cut the space, I have no negative karma. Because I cannot kill space. So therefore karma is something between minimum of 2 individuals. So now that is an action. As an action, there's a result. Result is somebody is harmed, therefore somebody is angry, therefore somebody is wanting to attack you back, and so on. So this kind of situation, you don't have so much of free will or control. You can do your best, but it depends on other person also. Okay, for example, I can harm somebody else. To forgive or not to forgive, it completely depends on the other. So therefore in Buddhism, karma is not that much, karma is not that much of in your control. But when it comes to the emotion, now the real free will, Now emotion, you have 100% a free will. It's up to you. If you want, you can be in the heaven. If you want, you can be in the hell. Your own emotion, you have 100% free will. Did I answer the question?
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, super.
Yeah. Karma is not so much, because when in Buddhism, when we say karma, it's not only about action. Action, the result together is called karma. So therefore, if I harm any one of you, it's not up to me then. It's up to you to say yes or no. Because I have done the action. Now
Do you
I have
receive
to
or not?
go through
Yeah.
whatever the situation will turn back to me.
Yeah.
Of course, I will try to say, please forgive me, I'm so sorry, and so on. But still, it is up to you to say, I forgive you or not. I have no control over it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the emotion, my anger, I have 100% control. My jealousy, I have 100% control. But I am being controlled by my own emotion, therefore we carry it away most of the time. It's not that we don't have free will, we do have. But we are weak most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So some people need to meditate more on the depth of the ocean than others, because some people have more waves than others, maybe.
Yeah. So therefore, since karma you cannot have so much control over, that is why the reincarnation, even though this samsara is not so good,
Mm-hmm.
you still jump in. Even though you know it's not good, it's just like when you smoke. At the beginning you smoke because it's a fashion. You smoke because you are so bored in the office. So therefore you just stay outside and you want to smoke. It is curiosity. Is everybody doing so? Why not me? So that time you just smoke. Oh, I want to smoke. But with the time, then you become like, I need a smoke. Even though you know it is wrong. Because that time you are too much in it. Even though you know it's not good for your health and you want to get it off, you cannot. So therefore this is like reincarnation is something like that. For example, like I will give you an example. If you go to the cinema hall, you buy a ticket of 11 euros.
Mm-hmm.
You do not even look to the name of the movie, you just say, I want to go and watch movie. So you are watching movie, and you are watching one of the most boring movie. Somehow happened to you like that. You will finish the movie somehow just because of the fact that you have paid.
Yeah.
You can go anytime out.
You should step up and go out. Yeah.
Because you have paid it.
Yeah.
This is how the karma and the samsara works. Sometimes we know this wrong. Sometimes we know samsara is not good, I need to get out from it.
But you stay.
But we stay.
Yeah, correct. But you also told me that karma is actually the first thought. I was very surprised because you told me karma is always the first thought in your mind.
True. Because you don't need billions of action. One action is enough. And that action, if you don't be careful,
Yeah.
or it can be a very delicious mushroom. So therefore, karma is just one moment you need to make it right or wrong.
Melvin, you have two more, no? Question?
Yeah.
You have two more
Yeah,
questions?
two personal.
Okay.
Yeah, personal.
Personal. In front of us?
Yeah.
Or you
No,
want-
no, no,
we
no,
go
no.
out.
No, I have a statue of Harigrifa with one
Mm-hmm.
head
Ah, yeah.
and with a woman
Hydra
also,
with one head.
one head and a female. But they are also Harigrifa with three heads. What are yes? Harigrifa. What is the tradition of the Buddhism of the Harigrifa? And you have also Indian side. They have another meaning of it, of the devotion of the Harigrifa. You have some god with one horse head or three or more. The meaning of the use of the mantra to devote it. That is one.
Okay, if I understood very well your question, so normally a Hayagriva has three faces, and sometimes Hayagriva has one face. Okay?
Horse.
The horse.
And one
Horse on the
horse.
head.
One was on the head
Yeah.
against three.
Yeah, one horse in the head and a three face.
Yeah, and a
Oh,
face,
three
yes, exactly. And the other one is with three heads, horse head, on the face.
Is there a difference with one horse or three horses? Is it the same?
Three horse I have not seen so much,
Uh-huh.
but never say never. Because in the Buddhism, these are known as tantra. Okay, in the West, tantra is sexual. In the Tibetan, when we say tantra, the deity, divinities, the chakra, the energies, these are all tantra. So it depends on the time and the situation. Sometimes the horse head has to be one, and maybe sometimes it has to be three. Sometimes it can come 9. This I cannot say because everything is based on the time. And in the future, maybe we don't know, some high realized master can reveal another kind of Hayagriva. Because the Hayagriva which we have and the Hayagriva Monique we have in the office. Monique,
Yeah.
the Tangat Hayagriva.
I don't know if we have here or not. Okay. Not sure. I know. In your room. Yes. Yes, Khenpo.
Look, this Hayagriva has only one face and one horn.
She's Hayagriva. One face, one horse.
And someone have three
Okay.
on the head.
So therefore, I cannot tell you so much about one face or three face or 9 face,
You, huh?
the horse. It can happen.
You've never. Okay. You have more one question? Melvin?
One personal,
But-
the cat.
But in the text it says that this horse will say 3 times, let's call yell. What And the horse?
Oh, Hinneke. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what you
Enneke.
mean. That's the Dutch name.
Yeah. The horse will say 3 times. Three times.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's possible the head is the horse has 3 heads because of the fact that it makes 3 times sound.
Maybe.
The first sound is for the nagas.
Yeah. To
The
push
second
away.
sound is for the gods.
Yeah.
And third sound is in the middle, the humans, to pacifying. And then Hayagriva is understood as a nature of the speech element, the enlightened speech element which we have. From there it was manifested. I hope I answer you.
Yeah. No, it's clear. Yeah.
Yes.
It,
Maybe?
it's to push away the negative energy.
Hayagriva, in Bhutan we have one of the cave where Dhruva Khedsa Rinpoche has meditated 6 months, a Hayagriva cave, very terrifying yet powerful one. Sometimes if you practice or meditate, it's always important to meditate in this kind of area. The energy is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe? One more?
About the Kafanga tradition, I have one.
Katwanga.
What tradition?
What we have?
Katanga, the sword of
No,
ignorance.
Not the sword. It's not the sword what I have.
Yeah.
What I show on the temple.
Yeah, but it's some kind of katanga. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Katamka you mean?
Maybe.
Yes?
Yes. If you can.
What is the meaning?
The
What-
meaning of it's against ignorance, no? The sword.
You mean this the one in the Guru Maharaj's hand?
Yeah.
The 3 hands.
Like Manushree also has a sort of ignorance, you know, to cut away.
Yeah.
But it's not a sword, though.
No,
It is-
that is Katamka.
katanga is-
Katanga.
Yeah.
Katanga.
In the Guru Rinpoche, in the temple which we have,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Correct. Die heeft ook
So-
gedaan.
Yeah, this one like this.
this one there's so many explanations.
The Trisula.
Yeah, this one. So it's this.
Is that?
Yeah, like this.
Like this, huh? Khenpo da.
Ja, maar
Ja,
dat is geen...
Huh?
Met die 4 ongeveer, toch? Is niet maar kleine.
Yeah, but that's a Trisula, I think.
Ja, wat dit is.
Ja,
That's a
yeah.
Trisula. Yeah.
It's also known as Katamka, Trishula.
Yeah.
So traditionally, if the male deity is holding a Katamka, Trishula, that Trishula is understood as a feminine energy. If the male is masculine energy, this Katamka is feminine energy. No teacher can subdue alone. It has to have some masculine and feminine energy, like in China, that's a yin yang. In Tibetan Buddhism, masculine energy and feminine energy combination, union together can achieve a lot. That is why it is understood as a Katamka is understood as a concert of Guru Rinpoche in the temple. Okay. But in this one there is also like three skull, 3 head.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
3 head is a symbol of how impermanent things are. From the decay, and then born.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it also talk about this life, intermediate life, and the next life. therefore, this three is a from this one need to understand is that how much you are solid, everything is impermanent. So this is how a meditator learn from this Trishula. And then sometime on the tip of the Trishula there is a peacock feather. Sometime. If there is a peacock feather, it is a sign of the absolute silenceness.
The silence, please, again?
Silence.
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 Silenceness.
Oh, okay.
Or the absolute motionless
Emotionless.
nature. Because once you are beyond the thought of the past, present and future, you are on the fourth time. There is no motion. Yeah, I think that much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Khenpo-la.
I'm glad.
Khenpo-la, avant de finir, je voudrais vous demander quelque chose, parce qu'on a beaucoup partagé ensemble le Vajraguru Mantra, en travaillant dans le temple. Ils sont aussi allés au temple tous les matins, tous les soirs et tout ça. Mais est-ce que ce serait possible de leur donner le lung du mantra? Parce que je leur ai expliqué que le mantra sans la transmission, c'était pas aussi puissant, quoi.
Apa? Presiden nama Pesha.
I
Pesha
have
dia makan
to
dulu.
give you
Yes,
the
yes, my
power
father.
of the mantra.
Ah.
Hi. He cannot hear. Huh?
Oh, but she can see us wave.
He is 94.
Wow.
Chilip. Oh. Dalam apa sih dia Call page dia main sih. Oh. Yeah. My father cannot understand. I'm talking with you.
Hij heeft de oortjes in natuurlijk, helemaal niks. Hij denkt, wat gebeurt daar?
Oh, ada saya. Tutup ya, apa tu tengah ni? Lola tu kan? Satu lola tu sana. So before I start this Om Benza Guru Prema Siddhi Home, when you chant Om, it's a complete stability of your body. We call it Vajra body or diamond body. When we chant the entire prana, the absolute silence. And when you chant Hum is your mind, Chitta. So therefore, Om is here, is here, Hum is in your heart. Okay, if you want to meditate. So therefore, when you chant Hum, then you stay in the complete no thought state. Om, stable, immovable, stable body. Is a prana. Hum is no thought mind. And then Vajra is Hum is on your navel part. There is a crystal Vajra. Dorji. Can you show the money, Dorji?
Crystal.
Oh, you understood?
Yes, I know. Dorje. You know Dorje.
No.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in a crystal form.
The
Om
crystal
is
form.
here, Om white, red here, Hum here, Vajra in the stomach in the form of crystal, Vajra standing up. Padma is below the Vajra, there is a Padma, lotus. And Siddhi means yourself as a Guru Rinpoche. what's called accomplishment. Siddhi means accomplishment, yourself as Guru Rinpoche, whom is then your absolute mind. Okay? Oh, je que je sais pas que je tombe là, je que je n'ai pas imaginé je sais pas quand on m'a pas que je da que je ne sais pas Guru Pema Siddhi oh.
Thank you,
This,
Gemara. Thank you.
this Guru Rinpoche mantra is considered as the most powerful mantra among all the mantras because of the fact it's a mantra of Guru Rinpoche. And Guru Rinpoche is understood as a second Buddha.
Mhm.
He was born 3 years after the passing away of Buddha Shakyamuni. And the story is that when Buddha Shakyamuni was about to die, and one of his students known as Ananda, he asked to Buddha, Buddha, you have given so much precious teaching in your entire life, but I have overheard from you talking one time about the meaning of syllable. And Ananda asked Buddha, if you die tomorrow, no one will understand about this meaning. Can you please teach us? And Buddha said, my entire life I live a very simple life. Is a very much powerful mystery kind of mantra. If I try to explain this one, my entire life of simplicity will be meaningless. So therefore, this I'm going to predict or nominate one person that in the future will teach about it. And his name will be Padma Sambhava. the middle of the lake. And then he was founded by the king of that country. In ancient time, it's known as Odiyama. And the king does not have any heir or son. And he found a child like 8 years old on the lotus in the middle of the big lake in Afghanistan. And then king managed to approach to this young child and ask, son, who is your father? Who is your mother? How did you survive? And the child says, oh, I have no father, I have no mother. I am just lotus prawn. But if you insist, my father is wisdom. My mother is compassion. And how I survive? I survive through eating emotions.
Wow. Wow.
That young boy. And the king was so impressed and said, I want to adopt you. And then he was brought to the palace. So this was the beginning of the story of Guru Rinpoche. And we can make so simple, and this is the most simplest way of explaining his story. Without father, without mother, on the lotus, it's the most simple way to explain.
Well, this is so special. This.
Yeah. So therefore, Guru Rinpoche is very, very unique, and he was the only master that managed to bring the teaching that Buddha always wanted to teach and could not teach. The meaning of Ah. That is why Guru Rinpoche's mantra become one of the most powerful. If you chant, it can use to many, many purposes. Magnetizing, subjugating, increasing like prosperity, and then pacifying, and also for the accomplishment of the merit to enlightenment. It is used in many, many purposes. Even like the Hayagriva, which we talked earlier, was brought into the method of Hayagriva was brought to us by Guru Rinpoche.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so
Okay, thank you
Enjoy
so
your
much,
breakfast.
Khenpo.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy my lunch.
Selamat makan.
And then I hope you all have enjoyed in Marong.
Yes. We have
It
absolutely
is
all
a
of us.
very, very beautiful place.
Yeah.
Yes.
So therefore, the perfect place is there. You all are beautiful, so therefore beautiful beings are there. And it is also a lot of blessings of the great master in the past.
Yeah.
So therefore, the great masters, the beautiful, perfect teachers is there.
Yeah.
And you are enjoying a greatest moment. Therefore, perfect time is there. And whatever you are enjoying will generate an experience of spirituality in you. Perfect Dharma is there. So you have the five perfection. Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much,
Have a good
Khenpo.
meal. Have a
Thank
good meal.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I will make a very short dedication, okay?
Yes.
Sanam di tamche zibani, tamna nyepe dana panche, kega nachi balon rupa.
Si
Sipi Sole Loa Loa.
Sho.
So, thank you to everyone, and especially, oh, I forgot your name now.
David and Melanie.
Yeah, David and Melanie, and what to say, organizing, and then also what to say, taking a little bit care of Monique.
No, it was all of us. Really all of us. Thank you all.
We have a beautiful
Thank you
girl.
all, guys.
Thank you, yeah.
Everybody.
She is the most nicest person,
She is. Yeah.
Monique. Yeah. Without her, I'm nothing.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Okay, I explain you something before I forget. This conclusion, Kempola do, this Sonamdi Tanches and Pani, is because we spend time with Kempola for spiritual path, we get a lot of merit. But this merit we can lose very quickly. We go outside, we cry, and don't for not losing is to share with all human beings. And when we do this prayer, we say, may all this merit help all humans being to get enlightened. Like this is not now it's okay because we put on the sky, we cannot lose. It's like we say a drop of water in ocean cannot be lost.
No.
It's like this.
Wow.
And the second one, I asked Kempola to give you the transmission of this mantra.
Yeah.
It's like Guru Rinpoche give you,
Yeah.
because what is the lineage?
Ja.
From Guru Rinpoche to his student, to the student, to the student, to the student, to the
Jullie
student.
begrijpen dit, hè?
Ja.
Zeg maar, je moet het geluid hebben van de meester. Alleen dan heb je de kracht van de mantra. Dus ik blijf heel dicht in de buurt van hun twee natuurlijk. I stay very close to them because they know the mantra.
We all know.
But-
we
but
all
you-
know.
You know,
We
but
all
you
have
don't,
the-
you don't receive the power. Now you receive
now
the
we
power.
have- yeah.
It's like Guru Rinpoche give you, because it's only monk can give this power. I cannot give.
Yeah.
Huh? It's his job. But now you receive.
Wow.
Really, his power is not empty; it's full.
Wow.
Voilà.
Very
Thank you.
special. Very special. Very special. Very
Thank you so
special.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you for organizing this for us.
Yes.
I think it's the best way to say your thank you is to meet Kempola, no?
Yes.
And to receive his teaching.
It's less important, the mantra. Do we have that
Er staat in de app.
Ja,
Het staat in de
Wat
app.
Melanie heeft
Oh,
gedeeld
staat
van
er-
de
de
Ja.
foto van wat hij heeft geschreven heb ik gestuurd.
Oké,
En misschien kan je de opname die je nu aan het maken bent ook delen. in de
Oh, ja.
zover was ik nog niet.
Dat staat in de 2 dagen geleden of zo. Heeft ze-
Oh ja, nee,